Hi and welcome to my presentation on Koori Quit for Mum and Bub's Life, a public health program. Do you smoke tobacco? Are you pregnant? Smoking tobacco is one of the most prevalent public health issues globally. Approximately 8 million people die each year, according to the World Health Organization. Minority groups, such as women of Aboriginal and Indigenous descent, are at risk due to smoking habits while pregnant. Smoking tobacco within Australia accounts for 9.3% of total burden of disease, affecting financial costs, mortality, and morbidity. Tobacco is accountable for 23% of the gap in burden for Indigenous Australians when compared to non-Indigenous Australians. Indigenous pregnant women are more likely to continue smoking tobacco throughout their pregnancy, with a ratio of approximately 43.4% of Indigenous women continuing to smoke versus 11.4% of non-Indigenous women. Smoking may lead to serious illnesses and diseases such as lung cancer and other lung-related diseases, cardiovascular disease, hypertension, and harm to the unborn fetus in those who are pregnant. Indigenous women have less access to health services, which also correlates with higher rates of preterm delivery and low birth weight in infants. Long-term effects for the mother's child may also be impacted, with risk in developing obesity, type 2 diabetes, hypertension, asthma, behavior issues, and learning difficulties. So you can see why this issue is such a prevalent issue, because we're not only focusing on the mum's life, but also the baby's life, and in turn the rest of the country, as we aim to close the gap in between Indigenous and non-Indigenous Australians. Many barriers threaten the Indigenous community, with factors such as stress being a trigger, and other issues such as living up to 1 hour away from suitable medical and birthing facilities. The solution? Koori Quit for Mum and Bub's Life. It is a program catered to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander women wishing to conceive, or those who are pregnant and wanting community connection in hopes of quitting smoking, because doing it alone may be a challenge for them. Now, why would we do this? Well, like I said, the program aims to contribute to the national effort of closing the life expectancy gap between Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples and those of non-Indigenous descent. As well as specifically reducing the number of low birth weights, stillbirths, and sudden unexpected deaths in infants in Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander women who smoke tobacco in Australia by 40% by the year 2030. Now, how will we do this? Through group yoga. Benefits of yoga include reducing stress. So exercise and movement methods such as yoga are a suitable choice, as it benefits the parasympathetic system, lowering cortisol levels, which make you feel more relaxed, and they'll be able to combat some of the emotions that they're going through and some of the issues that they're facing, and hopefully be able to just be a bit more aware of their thinking patterns and the way that they're going about their life, and seeing if they can make any changes towards health. Plus, this will be paired with our weekly community meetup groups, where talk therapy techniques such as cognitive behavioral therapy will be used. Now, this technique is used as it pairs really well with yoga to be able to just notice thoughts and thinking patterns and seeing how that can be changed to improve their life, to be able to quit smoking, to be able to have a healthy pregnancy, and to break the habits, because we don't want them going back to smoking. So how will the sessions run? Weekly meetups would be available. The first 30 minutes would be a catch-up and bonding time, and that is to really create that sense of community for the participants in the group, and to also become familiar with the training team that would be there to educate them as well. If it was to go straight into education, it might be a little kind of educational for them. So, and we're really wanting to create that sense of community, to just gain their trust and be able to really feel like it's a place where they want to spend their time and grow and change. The second 30 minutes will be education and storytelling. So similar thing, creating that connection between each other. And this is where we'll interweave a little bit more of the education and storytelling. So the education by the trainers, culturally aware trainers that have done programs, and the programs are certified and reviewed constantly to make sure that they're up to date. And there will also be ambassadors and people that have successfully gone through the program, and they're able to tell their stories and maybe show their beautiful children that they now have, healthy children, or maybe even sharing as well stories that maybe were not so successful, and sharing that so that the new mums don't have to go through that as well. This would be followed by the 1 hour yoga session, and this is really to just shake it all out, move the body, get the blood flowing, and create a deeper sense of connection again. Exercise has been shown to help reduce weight gain and help with their stress levels as well. So that would be a 2 hour session all up. And if the person couldn't make it in person, live Zoom sessions would be available for them to participate from home. Plus a specialized hotline to call when in need of support throughout the week. If they're thinking about having a cigarette, if they're thinking about having a vape, they can go, okay, I've had my yoga practices and I'm practicing mindfulness a little bit more now, and hang on a second, I've got this support. Maybe I'll call one of the team members or the hotline or my buddy in the system, someone that I've met, and just to kind of get on this journey of cessation of smoking. So the purpose of the program is to address the barriers Indigenous women face when contemplating or attempting to quit tobacco. So those feelings of being alone and stress would be combated with that buddy system, with the program as well in the group focus. Studies reveal that the group therapy is more effective in helping people quit smoking than other self-help methods. And the main goal of the program is to reduce the number of Indigenous women who smoke tobacco whilst pregnant by 45% by the year 2030, and to guide them onto a path of health and cessation of smoking to benefit the mother and as well as the baby and their community, as well as the country, to really close that gap. Advantages of the program: lower amounts of stillbirths for babies of Indigenous descent, less risk of disease for the mother, such as those lung cancers and other diseases. And we'll review the program every 6 months to make sure that they're up to date and the highest of standard. So success will be measured as well by the number of women who quit smoking in the program, meeting the set targets that we've set, and statistics will be recorded throughout Australia to just see the difference of the smoking rates in pregnant Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander women. So are you ready to take the next step? Call Koori Quit on 1300 555 888. A message from Koori Quit for mums and bubs, life changed with I Sister Quit Australia. Thank you.